Hi, we have Mustaq. He's a mobile app developer and he's one of our alumni. And we have Mr. Yaseen, and he's the entrepreneur from White Square Technologies. And I welcome you back both. It has been a long time you have visited our college, so I welcome you all here. And one second.
Hi Mustaq sir. How was your college life, sir?
It was very interesting. So it was very interesting days. Just I'm the batch of 27 to 2011.
Okay.
So the 4 years that completely changed my life. So it's, I think, just more memorable days. So I learned a lot. Nothing. It's not only technical or. So I learned many things. How a professional would be and what is life and how to handle people. So there's so many things apart from education, apart from semesters. I learned so many things.
Yes, sir. What's up? So how was your life, sir?
So good to be back in my own college, and I still remember a few of those days, and I could not see most of the things which I could able to recollect, and especially the canteens and other infrastructure which I could see completely different. But still, it's been really a fantastic 4 years of life, and now I feel that the infrastructure in the college has improved a lot, so I think students have a lot of good opportunities coming out of it.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
You're being a mobile app developer, what do you think that these gender students must inculcate in order to improve themselves according to the latest trends? What are the things that has to be forced upon them so that they can come up in their life?
So you mentioned latest trends, right? So latest trends. So there are so many mobile apps, and then people are thinking just they want to create mobile apps, but they are not thinking about the purpose of the mobile app. Okay, just like that they are creating mobile apps, and then if you get into the Play Store or iOS Store, there are so many thousands of apps out there. First of all, you first think whether its mobile app is required or not. First thing you need to discuss. You need to brainstorm. You need to discuss with your peoples, and then not only the mobile apps is not the only solution. Okay. So there are so many things. There are no UI concepts, and then there are so many things apart from this. So the people need to think out of the box. So they are not only concentrated only on mobile apps. So just need to think out of the box. That is the only thing I want to say.
So what drives you into this, for this mobile app development career?
Mobile app development career. Yeah, I done my electronics here,
Okay.
and then I got opportunity in one of the reputed IT firm. So there I got a chance to learn programming languages. So I got an opportunity to work on web applications. So then that is in the year of 2010 to 2012 or 2013. It's the evolution of Android period. So the people started using Android phones. So that time I also started using Android phone. So that time we got opportunity to look, why can't we create the applications in that phone? So we are using Android phone, why can't we create our own application? So that's the motivation. It drives me to create an application. So now we are working for a reputed IT firm, and then we are creating mobile apps for many banks, and then we are creating an authentication system and then payment gateway related things.
Sir, this question is to you. Everyone are joining in IT fields, and you chose to be an entrepreneur. It's one of a different kind of aspect in job career. What do you think that an entrepreneur can develop and innovate things? What kind of aspects can an entrepreneur deal with?
So before speaking about entrepreneurship, I just want to convey that education is not complete without imagination. So when you say you have learned something, you should think beyond boundaries, and you try to apply that into some of your day-to-day life activities or some of your routine problems which you face. So if you are ready to do that, definitely your education is complete, your knowledge is complete. But if you are lacking that skill, then there's a question mark that whether you have learned it properly or not. So when you come to entrepreneurship, you have the full freedom that it's actually a freedom with pressure. It's not like going for a job. You just enter and the company takes care of everything. You just need to focus about the problem. But But in an entrepreneurship, it's more like you become a one man. You do everything, right from your setting up your office and solving the complex algorithms what you need to do. So it's like you get a personal satisfaction on it, but still it requires a lot of once Elon Musk. So you would have heard Elon Musk, right? So he's an entrepreneur, and you would have known about his companies like SpaceX or Tesla or whatever it is. So he's into innovation a lot. And in one of his interviews, he was asked about entrepreneurship. So on that, he was like telling entrepreneurship is not something you should expect appreciations. You should expect goodwills. You should expect people to just push you up. You will face all the obstacles. You will face all the stones thrown at you. Okay, so you should be ready to face everything. It's that readiness what you will have in your entrepreneurship. It's not that it will be available in your job role. When I was in my job, I couldn't relate that as a personal satisfaction. So when I moved to entrepreneurship, I still feel a lot of pressure. I mean, it's exponential, but still the personal satisfaction of getting things done where I needed it to be, and where it actually need myself to be, that brings the real application and real imagination into picture.
So, as a successful entrepreneur, what fascinated you to become an entrepreneur, sir, in this field, to choose this field?
So, before saying successful, I'm still a budding entrepreneur. So, I just want to make it so clear: nobody is successful always. Anyone can be successful at a point of time, and anybody can be a failure at a single point of time. It's just your phases of your life which will define that whether you're successful or failure. So the fascinating thing about entrepreneurship is you get to know different things in life. It's not only the only thing which you were supposed to do. You get to know, you get to manage people, you get to learn technology, you get to see the administrative things of the entire organization. So it's like your open book. You can write, it's your open diary. You can write whatever you like. When you go to a job, it's already written, you just need to choose the options. That's the difference.
Like, I would like to talk about the curriculum. When you were studying, like, the curriculum has been updated now, but I don't think so it is up to the date. Like, it doesn't fit the current trend. What are the things that has to be changed in the curriculum so that the students can face any kind of job openings and other aspects?
So when you talk about curriculum, I was just mentioning this about in the same seminar as well. So usually college or school curriculum is based on three things: you read, you listen, you write. That's it. So you don't think beyond writing in a paper. Writing in a paper should not be the destination actually. It should actually be a starting point. Okay, it should be a starting point where after writing you have things to do. Whatever you write, whatever you speak, whatever you listened, you have to do it practically. Just saying a theory or saying a law or saying a formula will not make you specialized in that formula. It's not that much easy when you, it's so easy to write it or so easy to listen. When you do it, you'll face lots and lots of problems. And those problems will make you a better person in that particular skill. And the next thing is speak. So you speak a lot. So, you speak in forums, you speak in among your friends, you arrange sessions so that the confidence in you on that particular skill develops. When you listen, you just get an information. But when you actually speak out to someone else, whatever you have listened, you have actually had some confidence of whatever you have learned. So I feel that the curriculum should focus or concentrate more on yes, you are doing it. I mean, like you have the labs and you have the practical things going up, but I should see that as a mainstream thing coming up in any curriculum. The practicing part as well as the speaking part, which I feel that should be the main focus.
What skills you think that student has to possess to get into some industries? So, in your field, sir?
So in every field, just we need only one thing, just learning. Just you have patience to learn. So because academy, it's not college life, it's not the only place. It stops learning. Actually, it is the beginning of your life. So somewhere you need to start learning. So in my semester exams, just I studied the last day. The last night I studied. Okay, somehow I managed to clear the papers, and somehow we cleared all the papers. It's done. But during our work, okay, just learning every day. One day, actually it was a long weekend. Just I was in my native. Okay, in the morning, the Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Okay, just I was opening my JavaScript book and I was learning. Just I was preparing for my next day JavaScript things. So just my parents were shocked, because in my entire college or entire school life, in my college life, they never seen me in the Saturday morning or Sunday morning opening a book and reading things. Okay, but after once I moved into this field, right, just then only I realized learning is the first step. So you learn, keep on learn. So that is the only thing that will bring you success. It is a first step for success. Then apart from learning, you need to prototype. So learning, and then you need what you learned, you need to prototype, and then you need to build it, and then you need to establish that one, and then you need to showcase that one. So as he said, write, speak, right? So once you learn, the prototype is right. So just you need to build a simple prototype. That is called writing. So you need to just, even if it's a scribbling, it doesn't matter, but you need to prototype it. If you need not for programming, right? There's one thing called pseudocode. We usually say that, right? So you need not, it should not be the exact one, but you should bring up the sequences. So once you've done the sequences, then if you establish a complete program, it will help you to establish the complete program. Then you can publish it. Then once you're done with your program, then you need to speak up with that. So you have done this thing. So this is the add-on. This is okay. So these are the things: learn, write, and speak. So these are the three things I would say.
Last but not least, sir, your kind opinion and advice to the current generation students who are studying our college.
So for current students, I feel like you are in a very, very competitive world. So it's earlier the competition was to, achieve something, right? Nowadays the competition is to survive. If you don't compete, if you don't compete, you will not be able to survive also. That is the level of competition you have now. So thinking that in mind, I feel that collaborate with other students. Don't limit your pool of people, whatever you have. Collaborate, because ideas and concepts and work and knowledge would not be gathered individually. So collaborate as much as you can with other departments or other colleges in all forms of social media or whatever you have in you. So, and after that, with that collaboration, you try to build some projects or products out of your routine life. Don't go for a complete research at this point. Thinking of too many complex things in your life. Take some simple problems which you face in your day-to-day life. Start from the problem, not from the solution. See, problem is something which you have been facing and which you are struggling. Don't think of a solution immediately. Think of a problem as something which you have already been tired of, you have heard of, you have been frustrated about. and reorganize that problem again and again, then think of solutions and keep working on it. Rather than, I mean, you might get placed in different companies, you might be going to a different position, but still keep working on whatever ideas you have built on it. So that's actually will take you to companies. Don't have the companies, I mean, don't go beyond the behind the companies. When you start doing these activities, definitely the companies will come after you. They're looking out for people who do work, I mean, who are actually doing some activities. They don't believe in people who just read and write. That's what I just want to convey.
Just I want to add on one more point. Okay, actually this is a beginning of your life, beginning of your career. Okay, so this is the time you can try out all the things. So there's one famous quote here: fail early and fail often. So it seems like negative, but it is not like that. So if you're building a house of cards, right? So if you're failing while building the first card, then you will try to practice it, and then you will place it properly. It means your basement will be proper. Then if you're building on top, then it will be the strong one and it will give the perfect shape. If you hesitate to fail, if you see that this is failing, right? So you won't build that house of cards. You won't build that house of cards like the pyramid-like structure. So just fail early, fail often. So it is your beginning of your career. So you'll get chances to learn. Okay, that's it.
Okay, so thank you so much for your kind opinions and informations. So we're excited to have you here, and thank you for spending your precious time here.